welcome back to Science with Sarah. Today we're going to be making elephant toothpaste. It's going to be super cool. So I will tell you what the instructions say and the amounts that they say, but I don't do anything little, so I'm going to double everything on here and see what happens. I don't know what's going to happen, so we'll find out. Okay, so what you need is an empty plastic bottle. Exhibit A. Dry yeast found in the baking section of the grocery store. That's what this is. You use it to make bread too, so if you like making bread, buy that. You need warm water, liquid dish soap, 3% hydrogen peroxide, although if you can find more, it's going to be a bigger boom. Measuring cups, measuring spoons, safety glasses, large tub or tray to catch the foam. I'm using a cereal box because I don't have anything else. Location of the activity that can tolerate spills of hydrogen peroxide as well as possible food coloring, such as a kitchen, bathroom, and outdoor location. We're in nature! Cool. And different shaped bottles or glasses are optional. And food coloring is also optional, but you should do the food coloring. It makes it so much better. Okay, so put on your safety goggles. Done. To do this activity, because the hydrogen peroxide can irritate your eyeballs, gather your materials. Check. Okay, so measure half a cup of hydrogen peroxide and carefully pour it into the bottle. So we, your teacher and I, measured where half a cup would be on the bottle using water first because we did not want to pour hydrogen peroxide in measuring cups that we use to cook food with. So that's a bad idea. Don't do that. So this is where half a cup would be. But like I said, I do nothing small. So here is the 1 cup mark that I will be pouring my hydrogen peroxide to. So here's my hydrogen peroxide, which is also handily found at a grocery store. You'll find it in the first aid section. Let's see how this is going to work. Apparently you have to squeeze the bottle. I feel like this would have been easier if I took the whole cap off. We're pausing for dramatic effect while this happens. I'd say that's about a cup. Cool. I used half of that. Okay. Add a big squirt of dish soap into the bottle and swirl gently to mix. It does not say how much, it just says a big squirt. So we're going to use Dawn, the stuff that cleans penguins really well. They advertise that on their bottles. So if you ever need to clean a penguin, get Dawn. Also, if you ever hear a penguin scream, it's really funny. There was a video on Facebook the other day. It made me laugh like crazy. Okay, we're swirling. By the way, if you email your teacher with a fun fact that you learned in this video, that cannot include penguins. That's not your fun fact. Email your teacher and you get a bonus point. Woo! Okay, we're swirling. If you want to make your foam a single color, add a few drops of food coloring directly into the hydrogen peroxide and swirl the bottle gently to mix. If you want to give your foam stripes, like some toothpastes, put the drops along the inside of the rim of the bottle's mouth. Let them drip down the inside of the bottle, but do not mix. So, like what I did with GAC, I'm going to try and make purple. But I'm going to try the stripy variety and see what happens. I think I just got food coloring on my white lab coat, but that's fine. That's what this is for. So I guess you just put it on the side, a couple drops so that it runs down like that. And we're gonna put the lid back on so I don't make a total mess of myself. And then we're gonna do the red on the other side. There we go. And don't mix it. That's bad. Okay. Then, in a measuring cup, mix together 1 tablespoon of yeast and 3 tablespoons of warm water. stir for about 30 seconds. So, I already have my 3 tablespoons of warm water, but I doubled it, so it's 6 tablespoons. And then, since I am doubling everything, how much of this do I need? I need 2 tablespoons. Which is a whole package, I guess. We're just gonna do the whole package. 1 package of yeast. Yeah, sure, why not? We're just gonna do the whole package. I don't have scissors to open my package. This is a problem. Pause while I go get scissors. Looks really cool if you want to show them that, okay. And now I'm cutting open my yeast and spilling it everywhere. Oh, it's fine. Nature meets nature. Okay. So I pour this into the warm water. I'm going to take it out of this hot pad so you can see. Now we're doing all of it because I can. And we stir, get the stuff off the sides. This is a terrible spoon. Okay. You stir for about 30 seconds. Then, after this, we are going to pour the yeast mixture into the bottle and quickly step back and watch your reaction go. Okay, so while I am stirring, I'm going to move stuff out of the way so I don't create a gigantic mess. But, you know, go big or go home, people. I said I've been stirring for at least 30 seconds. I'm going to move my thing to the ground. And here we go. In 3, 2, 1. Whoa! Oh, that's cool. If you come over here, you can see the blue. That's a lot of foam. And it is running out of my box. So, if you try this at home, when and if, because you should try this. This is actually fun. Get a bigger container than a cereal box. Or at least just make sure it's enclosed on all 4 sides. Okay, while that continues to just pour out of the bottle like that, observations, what do we see? We saw a lot of bubbles and foam. What makes this foam appear? When the hydrogen peroxide comes into contact with the yeast, it starts breaking down into water and oxygen. Oxygen is a gas and therefore wants to escape the liquid. The dish soap that you added to your reaction, however, traps these gas bubbles, forming a foam. The reaction continues as long as there's some hydrogen peroxide and yeast left. Once one of them runs out, it stops making new foam. If you tried the activity, so this is something else, if you try the activity but didn't put the soap in, it'll just create bubbles instead, supposedly, not foam. And some of your fun facts, this is what you can email your teacher for your bonus points. So, when hydrogen peroxide breaks down, it turns into oxygen, which is O2, and water, which is H2O. Normally this breakdown happens very slowly, but you can make the reaction happen faster. How? By adding a catalyst. Yeast is an organism that contains a special chemical called catalase that can act as a catalyst to help break down some hydrogen peroxide. Catalase is present in almost all living things that are exposed to oxygen, and it helps them break down naturally occurring hydrogen peroxide. This means if you mix yeast with hydrogen peroxide, the hydrogen peroxide will rapidly break down into water and oxygen gas. The oxygen gas forms bubbles. These bubbles would usually escape from the liquid and pop quickly, but adding a little dish soap provides additional surface tension, allowing the bubbles to get trapped and creating lots of foam. This foam looks like a giant squeeze of toothpaste, almost big enough for an elephant, and ours is still foaming. Okay, so we're going to do a bigger boom, and that is why I I now have goggles and gloves because I have hydrogen peroxide, which is 30% reagent stabilized H2O FW34.02. I don't know what that means. It's just bigger boom. So we're going to do the correct amount this time, and I'm going to fill the bottle up to where we marked half a cup. So let us carefully there's not much left in there. Okay, so we used up your school's hydrogen peroxide. It's fine. I'm not gonna toss that on the ground. Okay, and then just like we did in the last one, we're going to do a good sized squirt of dish soap. Oh, I just blew bubbles. We're gonna stir that up. And this time, instead of doing a stripy color, I am just gonna go in and I want to see if I can make purple again. Purple is not my favorite color. I just want to try and mix colors. Okay, red and blue. A couple dots of red. That's the blue lid. Yikes, it's fine. And blue. Okay, so I'm gonna mix that together, make purple bubbles. Okay, opening up the yeast packet, and this time we're going to do a tablespoon, which I feel like is going to end up being the whole packet. Less than a whole packet, but it's fine. I'm going to move that off so it doesn't get dew on it. I stirred wrong the last time. You're supposed to use the tip, apparently. Do not make jokes from that. I know what you're thinking. It's wrong. Okay, we're gonna just throw the non-essentials off here. And here we go. We are about to have a massive explosion, and I don't really know what entirely is going to happen when I pour this in. Okay, in 3, 2, 1. And we have purple foam! Whoa! Honestly, it looks the same as the last one, it just had a bigger whoosh. Post-reaction comments. The bottle is really hot, but that is a sign of a reaction. So if you couldn't see the foam, you can feel the foam. And tune in next time for next week's video of where I will potentially blow something else up. Alright, so that was it for this science video. Email your teacher for a bonus point. And I will see you next week in the next episode of Science with Sarah.